All right, today we are learning, this is section 3.4 in the Green Book. We are translating words and phrases and sentences into math, expressions or equations. All right, so I asked the class, take a minute, take notes on this chart. These are all words that mean things for our 4 different operations: adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. Okay. So, when we are translating, I'm going to start going in a row and figure out, okay, how would I translate this? What would it be, Aiden?
X plus 5.
Nope. Adam?
5 plus X.
5 plus X. It's straight.
It's only that when it says more than, less than, or whatever than.
Yeah. Next one, how am I going to do it, Aiden?
Plus 5 plus X.
No. Okay, yeah, we could say plus 5 plus X. It's just add 5 and X. It's 5 plus X. You're overthinking it. Okay? 5 plus X. What about the next one, Aiden? The sum of 5 and X.
5 plus X.
Excellent. Okay. 5 increased by X. Adam?
5 plus X.
Good. And then we have 5 more than X. Okay, Miguel?
It's 5 plus X. No, X plus 5.
It's X plus 5. So, going back, more than means plus, but when you see that word than, it means it's the 5. I'm sorry, we need to switch the terms. So the X is coming over here and the 5 goes over here. So I've got X over here and 5 over here, and it's a plus sign. Are there any questions? Okay. Another term that would work like that is 5 added to a number. And that is because if you're adding it to a number, it implies that it's there. 5 added to a number. So in this case, this would be a crisscross term too. 5 added to a number because it implies you add it to something that's starting it. So you have to start with your X and then adding 5 to a number. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this one is different. What is this going to look like? This is not more than, but it is more than. Is more than. Josh?
Would that be a greater sign?
Yes. So how is it going to translate?
5 is greater than X.
So when you have is and more than, it's the greater than or it's the less than sign. The inequality. It's is more than signifies a result that is an unbalanced statement. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's going to be very important. All right, the next one. Let's go with the next. Okay, Hayden. How do I translate?
5 minus X.
Good. Linus.
X minus 5?
No.
5 minus X.
Why? Why is it 5 minus X and not X minus 5?
Okay, because it says 5 and then it says less 5 less X. Okay. Yeah, so it says 5 and then it says less X. So it means that X is you subtract 5. You subtract X to 5 because it says less X. So it would be going downward.
Okay. Okay. When would it switch? What's the difference?
X.
No.
5 more X.
No. Go, Cyrus.
5 less than X?
Less than. Then it would be, so when it says 5 less X, It's 5 minus x. Okay, hold on. We're going to compare them. What about the next one? The difference of 5 and x.
5 minus x.
Yep. Remember I told you have an operation sign, send it to an and. That's a minus sign, so we have what comes before it, what comes after. 5 minus x. Okay? Next one. Go. Aton.
5 minus x.
Good. Next. Linus.
Then it would be x minus 5.
Yes. Okay, so do you see the difference? When it just says less something, you translate it exactly in that order, 5 minus x. But when it says less than, this comes over here, and this comes over here, and then you put the minus sign. Do you understand the difference of when the word than is there versus no than?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then how would I write 5 subtracted from x? Josh?
Would it be x minus 5?
That is correct, because we have to start from something and then we take something away from it. So it's subtracted from a starting point. Okay, now, what about this next one, Max?
5 is the less than sign in the end.
Right, so we're doing 5, the less than sign, x. Why? Because it says is less than. We've got 5 less is 5 minus x. We've got 5 less than is x minus 5. But 5 is less than signifies an inequality, a result, an outcome. Is everybody clear on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we supposed to write this down?
It would help. Yeah, as we're going, not at the end. But I've got to move on right now. Okay, next. Let's go with Yuri. Translate.
5 minus x.
5 minus x. Okay, next one, Boa.
10 times y.
Good. And we don't even need to say that. I'm going to show you again. Here we've got the product. We're going to send it over to the and. It's times. There's a 10 and a y. Okay, but we really read it as 10y. That implies multiplication. Number next to variable implies multiplication. Okay, Aaron. Next.
No.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're on number 3.
20 divided by d.
Decreased by. My age decreased by 1.
20 minus.
Good, thank you. Well, this would be 20 minus t, yeah. Okay, next one, go. I'm going in order here. Next one, Gabriel.
11 m plus 6.
Perfect. So he knows that it's 6. It's added to product of 11 and m. We know that that's 11m. We know that that's 6. It says 6 is added to something. What is that something? 11m. Okay, next one, go.
Y divided by 9.
Oh, y divided by 9. Good. Now,
Over 9.
you can do y over 9. You can do y divided by 9. But we don't really use this symbol anymore, the division symbol. Okay, next one. 8 less than 7 times k. 8 less than 7 times k. Go. 7k minus 8. So here's my less than. That means that this 7k has to move over here, and this 8 has to go. Okay, are there questions? So if you're taking notes, you should be taking notes as you go. Yes.
For number 6, you switched it because of the dan. But
Yes.
For number 4, you switched it when there was no
more than.
Because when it says 6 added 2, you need a starting point. You can't add 6 to something without that starting point. You understand?
Yeah.
So there's that was one. If I went back to my notes, I hand wrote it in. Added 2. All right. So in all of these procedures, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing, there are words that imply results from those actions. In the first column for addition, what is the word that means a result? I left off at Matson.
The result, so that would be
In the first column, what in this first column, which word signifies a result of adding? An outcome. Sum. Correct. And the next column, what word?
difference.
Difference, good. And next, Brady? Product, good. And then the last one, Reef?
Quotient.
Quotient, good. Okay. All right, so let's start going. Sandia, 6 less than twice a number X.
That would be 6 minus 2x.
Nope. I'm not sure. No. Don't forget, we see less than.
So 2x minus 6.
Good. When I see less than, the word then, twice a number X is 2x. This is a 6, but because it says less than, this comes over here, and this is here. 2x plus 6. Oh, less than, not plus. Minus. Okay? Questions on that? Okay. Next one, let's go with Josh.
So 5 times the sum of y is y plus 4 times 5.
There's a better way to say it.
4.
And keep it in order. Okay, Brady?
The
Hold on. Josh said something. What?
so it's 5, then would it be parentheses y plus 4?
Yes, because if you do, you did y plus 4 times 5.
That's y plus 1.
Okay, that's not 5 times the sum. So what was the second one time you, that, what did you just say?
5 parentheses to the quantity
Times the quantity.
of y and 4.
Y plus 4. Now, 5, everybody say after me, times the quantity.
Times the quantity
Of y plus 4.
of y plus 4.
Okay? So if you just do this, 5 times y plus 4, you're only multiplying y. You need to multiply it by the sum. The sum is the two together being added. Does that make sense? Okay. Number 3, go. Ben.
2 times the quantity is n minus 3.
Beautiful. Did you just say, oh God? Sorry. Okay, we said it was... What'd you say it was, Ben?
2 times the quantity is n minus 3.
Perfect. Next one. The quotient of 7 and a number x less 2. Eden. The quotient. Send it to the end.
Divided by x minus 2.
Good. There's your division. 7 divided by a number x minus 2. Or we could write it 7 over x minus 2. Or you can put parentheses there. Okay, next one. Layla? Leah.
6 plus k over 9.
Notice I'm taking the different sign. What'd you say?
6 plus k
No. Close.
minus k
Good.
by 9.
6 minus k over 9. Good. Excellent. Questions? Okay. And next, let's keep going. Who's next? Gendel? Perfect. Okay, questions here. Okay, we're building up. So I'm going to do the first one. They're getting longer. 8 less than twice the sum of 4 and y is the same as 19. Okay, why don't you try this one on your own? Try it on your paper.
We write it down. Do we solve?
Who's next? Is it Elton? Okay. Okay. Leah? Leah. How am I? Oh, yeah. How are we starting to translate this?
2 times the quantity of 4 plus 5.
Hold on. 2. So we're starting with twice the sum of what? 4 plus y. Uh-huh. And then I'm going to my 8 over here and that minus sign. Minus 8. Keep going. What? Equals 19. Okay, you want to try the next 3? Okay. Pause the recording and do the next 3 on your own. Try the next 3. Okay, so Kayla, how am I translating? Oh, did we already do this one?
No.
No.
We didn't check it. Is less.
Okay. So what do we get for number 2?
I got
X plus 6. Good. She did the crisscross.
is greater than
Is more than. Keep going.
2 times the quantity of x minus.
Perfect. Questions? You want some alcohol?
It's just
I know, it'll come off. Take that.
Like Mercury.
Pen broke. All right, here we go. Many people were confused on this one. Okay, so I got the alcohol on the hands while I'm recording. Okay, so who do we leave off on? We are at Riley, right? M over 3 is means what? No, just the word is. Equal, right? So I've got this. I've got the quotient of m and 3 is. Now we have 6 less than the product of 10 and m. Good. Okay. So do you see how it is how you break it up as you're looking at it? Okay, next. Is anybody next to you? Look, shall we dance? Okay, go. Tasmia.
x minus 5 is less than 5 minus x.
That's fun. That's like a tongue twister. 5 less than x is less than 5 less x. Okay, are there any questions? Let's go on to some bigger word problems. So, oh well, here's the smaller one. One more, last one. You want to try this one? Go, pause the recording. This time it says translate and solve. Notice the verbs. There are 2 actions. You translate first, then solve the equation. Pause the equation and translate and solve. Okay, who'd we leave off on? Tasmia, you want to do it? Will you do the last one? Okay, it's Lior. Shh. Translate.
So
is added to 9. So how are you going to read that? Wilfred.
9 plus 5 times
9 plus. So that is added. Okay, keep going. And the result is, Lior? Good. Now, solve it. Go, Lior.
So first, you do 5 times x and 5 times.
What is that called, doing 5 times x? Can anybody say? We distribute. Okay. Next step, Lior.
Then you combine by terms.
Okay. Next.
Then you subtract 29 from both sides.
And last.
You divide by 5 from both sides.
And x equals 7. Okay, questions? All right, we've got a couple word problems we want to do. Easy word problems. Multiple unknowns. So, there are 6 more gumdrops than 4 times the number of jelly beans in a bag. So what do they give us when you're looking to define your unknown? What do they give us less information on? Gumdrops or jelly beans? Jelly beans. So we're going to call, since the one with less information is jelly beans, we're going to call that X. Okay? I always call the one with less information. They tell us more about there are 6 more gumdrops than 4 times the number of jelly beans. So gumdrops is what? You know, they give us a translation. So what would we say for gumdrops? Just what is the translation? What would this be equal to, including the... It says 6 more gumdrops than 4 times the jelly beans. How am I going to show that? Yeah.
6 plus 4x.
Yep. 6 more than 4 times jelly beans is gumdrops. You guys with me? Okay, so now we have that. Now, can't we say, I've got a big bag. Isn't it true that in the bag we've got gumdrops and we have jelly beans, and altogether, how much do we have? 46. But what do we call the gumdrops? What did we decide? What are we calling gumdrops? 4x plus 6 plus the quantity of jelly beans. What do we call it? Equals 46. Now what would we do? Now what? Let's go. Brady, you want to go? And that makes 5x plus 6 equals 46. Keep going. What?
6 from both sides. And you get 5x equals 40. And you divide 5 from both sides, and you get 8.
And x equals 8. So what does that mean in the story? What does it mean in the story? Wilfred.
That there are 8 jelly beans in each bag.
Okay, and what does that mean for gumdrops?
That there is 14.
Okay, it's it. What'd you say? 14?
Not 14. 38.
It should be 4 times 8 is 32 plus 6 is 38 gumdrops, right? We can substitute this in and we get 38 gumdrops. This is going to be the method of us solving the whole way through the year. So we're just slightly learning. I want you to identify your unknown or define it, figure out. Now, how do you ask yourself that? You say, what do they give me less information on? That becomes your X. Does that make sense? Okay, questions? Yes.
Can't you also define both with variables? And then
Yes, but we're not doing that now. Okay. Okay, Mark has 13 more than Patty. We're only on one variable. Next chapter, we will. Does that make sense? That's coming in actually chapter 8. So Mark has 13 more than Patty. Patty has twice the money as Jim. If together they have $178, find how much Mark has. Okay, who do they give the least information about? Jim. Because they give they give a translation for Mark. They give a translation for Patty, but they only use Jim in it. So Jim is the least amount of information. So who's X? Jim. Okay? Now, how would I translate Mark? Or how would I translate, let's go backwards, Patty? Patty has twice the money as Jim. So Patty is 2X, right? And then Mark, how are we translating him?
2x plus 13
times
2X and more than?
2x plus 13.
Good. Now, if together, what does that imply I do with all their money? Add it all up, right? So what's my equation going to look like? Let's go.
X plus 2x. Plus 2x plus 13.
Good. Okay. Okay, let me have, did you go?
No.
Tyler, go.
So add 2x plus 2x plus x plus 5x.
Equals
Then
5X.
5x plus 13 equals 178. Subtract 13 from both sides. You get 5x equals to 165. And then you divide 5 both sides and you get 15.
Is it 15? I don't know what it is. 33. Isn't 15? 5 is that 75? Okay. So, what does that mean? Go back to the story every time. Tell me what that means. I don't care that you got X. I don't know what X is. So tell me, Cyrus.
What, the 33 is how much Mark has?
Mark?
No.
Oh, no, I mean Jim. I'm sorry.
He has $33. And Patty has
66.
$66. And Mark has 79. Okay, is everybody understanding why? Because this is 2 times 33. That's 66 plus 13. All right, so do you understand? We identify our unknowns, we solve it, and we make sense of the story. We finished 28 minutes. And that is lesson 3.